Hello, and welcome back to the studio. I'm Dr. Wigo, and today I'm going to be unboxing the DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor from Blackmagic Design. Wait a minute, don't you already have one of those? Yes, I do. And I can explain why I bought another one. But if you don't care about my explanation, if you just want to see what's in the box, skip to the next chapter. And since it's not a terribly involved unboxing, maybe you want to skip to the chapter after that, which will be the setup, because I'm going to actually set this up and use it with my new MacBook Pro. First, let me explain why I bought this. You know I have one because I did a video where I showed you how I use one of these to edit my videos. But you also know that I now have 3 computers. I have my desktop PC down in the office, I have my MacBook Air, and now I have the MacBook Pro, which I just reviewed a few weeks ago. And the thing about DaVinci Resolve is the studio version comes with a license for 2 computers. I now have 3 computers. Well, you say, well, yeah, you could uninstall it off of the MacBook Air, but I'd like to have the MacBook Air available as a backup, just in case. So I need another license. I went to the Blackmagic Design site and was about to buy another license when I said, wait a minute, the license is $295. But as I told you in that video, the Speed Editor is $395, but it comes with a license for 2 more computers. So by paying $100 more, I get this for $100 because I was going to have to buy the license anyway. So I bought one. Well, why would I want 2? Because now I have one I can take on the road with me for editing on the MacBook Pro, which, by the way, is sitting right in front of me, which is why I keep pointing over there. So I can take this on the road with me, and I don't have to, well, actually, you don't have to unplug them, as you'll see when we get to the setup, because it's Bluetooth. You have to plug it in to charge occasionally. So now that I have 2, I have one I can keep packed to take on the road with me, or for backup if anything happens to the one I'm using in the office. That's why I bought it. Well, let's see what's in here. See, includes DaVinci Resolve Studio right on the box. Well, let's open it up. Nice foam padding. And there it is, with the foam padding to let the little thing stick up. The jog wheel. Well, it looks just like my other one, because it is just like my other one. And then it comes with a little thing where you can download the instruction manual with a QR code. I don't need that. Some Blackmagic Design stickers. And, a DaVinci Resolve 18 Studio license, which is good for 2 computers. And a USB-C to USB-C cable for charging and etc. You can use it plugged in all the time. The one in my office on my PC, I basically just leave plugged in to USB because I have all the USB ports I could ever want. Whereas on the MacBook Pro, not so many. Well, that unboxing was very boring, wasn't it? Now, I'm going to pause and install DaVinci Resolve 18 Studio. For the test in the MacBook Pro video where I rendered a file, I used the free version, and that was 2.5 minutes, so it'll be the same. If you don't know, DaVinci Resolve, the studio version, just has some features that the other one does. I think like the automatic captioning, which I use, by the way. You can turn on captioning, and they will be the captions that DaVinci Resolve created and I edited, because it's not good with a lot of words, especially technical terms. So you have to do a little editing, but not a lot. It's pretty good. So I'm going to go away now, install Resolve Studio on my MacBook Pro, and then I'll come back and plug this in and show you how you set it up. And it's real easy. You don't really have to watch this video. You don't really have to watch any of my videos. I appreciate it when you do, though. So I'm going to go away. I'll be right back.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And we're back. Got DaVinci Resolve Studio installed here. Got it running. Let me just open an untitled project so I can get to the menus. And now we will plug in the Speed Editor. Let me allow the accessory to connect. And apparently its little battery is dead because I have a little red battery icon down here in the corner. We go to Preferences, Control Panels. Here's the Speed Editor. And apparently it doesn't need a firmware update because, as I recall, when I got my original one, when I opened it up, went to Control Panels, it had a firmware update to install. So we have all this stuff here. turn off the subtitles. So now if I go to sync bin, this is all the same stuff I showed you in the other video where I was editing, but now I have this over here. So I find my spot, say there, hit video only, and then I can lay on cam 2. I don't like cam 2. Cam 3. And there's my other angle. I don't want to keep that, so I can just delete that. But yeah, I have all the same functionality from my desktop PC, and I have it now here. I just have to let this guy charge up. As you can see, you can use it without when the battery's dead. Just as long as it's plugged in, it'll draw power from the Mac. Now here's one of the things I wanted to check, because on my desktop PC, when you switch from the edit page to the cut page, oh, this is so much better. I don't like it because the screen's too small, because I'm used to, my 48-inch monitor on my PC. If I plug this into an external monitor that's big, I could work on this just as easy. Now again, on the road, that's not going to be possible. So on the road, I'm going to have to work with in this tiny space. On the PC, when you switch from the edit to the cut, yeah, those all loaded up and unspooled way faster than they do on the PC. I have to sit there and wait while it reads in all the media. I'm going to have to look into getting a large monitor or figuring out how to hook this up to my 48-inch 4K display with my desktop, because this is just so much more responsive than the PC. It's a 3090. It's a Ryzen, whatever the fastest one when I bought it. I'll put it on the screen here. But this is just so much faster. I mean, things load up, I don't have to wait. That's not why we're here. We're here for this. And I can tell you, look, it just works. You plug it in, it's good to go. Even when the battery's dead, it just pulls the power out of here. My battery doesn't seem to be going down very fast on the MacBook Pro. Once the battery is charged in this little bad boy, you can unplug it. So then you give it a lot more flexibility. Like, well, this is a pretty long cable it came with, so you have a lot of room, but it'd be a lot easier to work without that wire hanging around. And once the battery's charged up, this is buttery smooth compared to the PC. And again, I'll throw the specs up. So again, that was a state-of-the-art PC, what, 2 years ago? It was at the end of the 3090 era, and it was the best Ryzen processor available at the time. There's a video I'll link below when I've got the computer. And this MacBook Pro M3 Max is just blowing it away. I'm happy with my MacBook Pro. I'm happy with well, I've had one for a couple of years now, and I love my speed editor. But now I have a backup and one I can take on the road. And I got my license for my new computer here, my MacBook Pro, for $100. And there's still one more to go. I can buy another. I'm not buying another computer, not anytime soon. Yeah, famous last words, huh? Well, that's what I had to show you. Pretty quick video. I'm very pleased with my purchase. I love Blackmagic Design. I love DaVinci Resolve. It's a fantastic video editor. Works just as well on the Mac as it does on the PC, which you can't say about some of the other ones, because some of the other ones are like Mac only, or cost a monthly subscription. That's what I love about Blackmagic Design. $295, lifetime for 2 computers. Oh, and if you sell a computer, you can deactivate and then move it to a different computer. So you can always have 2 computers. And now I can always have 4 computers. It's so easy to use. Again, there's a video where I show you briefly how I use it. That's it for today. Come back next time for more stuff. I don't know. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye. See you next time. Still waving behind the screen. I can't stop waving. It's because I like you. Thanks for staying to the end. Bye-bye.